In this lesson, let's look at 3 different ways for Photoshop to make the conversion for you from color to grayscale. Very common, been there for a long time. Let's open up, let's just stick with Lakeside right now. Go ahead and open that file up. To make this work so you can see the difference, I want 3 separate files of Lakeside. Now, this is actually very easy. I'm going to go into this button right here, which is History. Now, if you don't see it, go up to the word Window and pull it up. But over here, this button right here, I love that button. What that button does, if I click it, watch over here. Makes a copy. I'll do it again. There's my 3 copies. That is the absolute quickest way to make a copy of any file in Photoshop. Open History, click that button. Let's close that out. We don't need that. Let's start with the first one here. They're all the same thing right now. First way, we looked at it in the last lesson. Image, adjustments, desaturate. The easy way out. Photoshop is making the decision on exactly how the colors will be transferred into grayscale. Desaturate's been there forever. We still have our red, green, and blue channels over here, but they're all the same. Let's go to our next one by clicking that tab. Second method, we're going to use the direct approach. Go to the word Image on the pull-down menu, go to Mode, and tell the computer you want a grayscale image. It's going to ask, wouldn't you rather do this through the black and white adjustment? No, we're going to do that in the next lesson. Just go ahead and click Discard. That's number 2. Now, the third method is considered, if you're going to do it this way and let Photoshop make the decision, probably is the one that will generally be more successful. Go up to the word Image on the pull-down menu and go down to Mode and select LAB Color. Now, keep your eye over here when I select LAB. The channels change from red, green, and blue to lightness AB. A and B is actually the color information. Looks real strange, but it is. Lightness has been broken out of the color image to produce the grayscale image. So now what we do is we make sure these are off. We just have this one selected here. We go back to the word Image on the pull-down menu, go to Mode, and then go to Grayscale. Now, it will warn me about discarding the other channels, and yes, I do want to get rid of those other channels, and I click OK, and basically there it is. So we've got 3 methods. Let's look at each one now. Let's start with this one, Lakeside. Notice it's quite different. It's darker, and I think in many cases too dark. The next one, which was converting it directly to grayscale, is in some cases a little bit lighter in some areas, but still in some areas it's still darker than what I want. The third one, which is our conversion through LAB, to me usually produces the best of the 3. But in all 3 cases, we have allowed Photoshop to make the decision for us, and most of the time, I would rather make that decision myself as I work. So in the next lesson, we're going to convert to grayscale, but we're going to decide what grayscale is. On to the next.